Good morning, Menifee, on this Thursday, December 6th, 2018. Welcome to Good Morning Menifee. My name's Doug Spoon, editor of Menifee 24/7, and today we are all about the arts. The city of Menifee has a great organization called Arts Council Menifee with a lot of talented people that support the arts in the city. They have visual arts division, music, theater. They support all the arts. And one of their primary members is Linda Morrison, a longtime resident and one of the most talented artists in the city. Her works are often on display at art galleries at the K. Sinicero Center. They just recently had one on December 2nd. Kristen was able to go out and visit with Linda at her home studio, and she showed us a lot of her artwork and told us about the work that she does. Take a look.
Hi, this is Kristen Spoon, and I am with Linda Morrison, and we are so happy today because we are standing in the middle of her art studio. We are so happy to be able to be here today. Her walls are just absolutely packed with her art, and she's going to show us around and show us some of her older paintings, some of her newer paintings, some of the new techniques that she has done. Linda is with the Arts Council and the Visual Arts Division. She heads that up, and we're just happy to have you with us today.
Well, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. I enjoy painting, and I love talking about art, so then I'm in my element.
Can you tell me, in the Arts Council, when you have it, what's the youngest artist you have, and what's the oldest artist you have?
Okay, we have some teenage artists that have shown up, and the seniors are the oldest. I don't know the actual ages, but interestingly enough, I painted this angel, and this book is dedicated to children.
Oh.
And the artwork that's in the book is only done by seniors. So we're giving back.
Oh.
And each and every angel in the book has a story. So that was last year's adventure, and
that's a great Christmas time.
It sure is, yeah. So I was very pleased to have that, and the children do love it.
Oh, yes.
Very positive feedback for children.
Right, and tell us, you have your notebooks.
Yes. I call them journals. I'm also a therapist, and I do endorse people writing or journaling whenever they can. You know, it's another expression of creativity. Writing and art and so forth. So yeah, if I can combine the two, that's even better.
That's exactly right. Well, you sure have some lovely pictures here and some lovely things.
Tell us about some of this jewelry here.
Okay, here's how this started. I most recently started what they call acrylic pour and a resin covering to it. And that gives it that gloss. And I found out...
Now that started on regular canvas?
It's a regular canvas.
Oh my gosh.
And so this resin pour, I found out that you can do jewelry with it, and I started making my own jewelry. These are some of the pieces. So
Beautiful.
This starts with a piece of wood, and then I do this acrylic pour, and then when it's all finished, I cover it with resin.
Oh.
And the table behind you is done with an acrylic pour.
I love that. Yes.
And there's resin covering that, and then there's stones.
I've seen bar stools done this way too. They're
yeah,
gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, well, those were painted last Christmas. I had my husband in mind when I did this. He likes old cars, old trucks.
Yeah.
So I decided to please him and do that. And usually I have the art shows where it's seasonal. So, you know, summer, winter, fall, and these are the winter ones. So
they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at these. I love them. Is that anybody particular cabin, or is that just out of your head?
My head.
That's like me.
Yeah, what I do is sometimes take photos of different houses or maybe magazine pictures, and then I kind of reference them. This one I think was pretty intense for me for the little people, because I hadn't done that before.
Yeah, you told me before, your people, you're not quite You don't like to do them that much.
I do, I love
Big
pouring.
people.
Big people, yeah, big people. But little people will work out. I think my very favorite is portraits, and I would like to get better at it.
Yeah.
And this was done. This is a very famous painter.
I was going to say angels.
Yeah, Andrea, and it begins with a B. And he was a master painter, and I had that on a calendar. Decided to do a replica of it.
Yeah.
When I started out as an oil painter, and I guess they would call me a photorealist. What I see, I paint. But in my heart, I'd always like to try abstracts.
Yeah.
And now with this acrylic pour, you get some amazing.
Aren't they wonderful?
Yeah.
I've
Have
been
you tried
watching
this?
them. My teacher has been doing them, and do you have this? Do you spin it yourself, or do you do it on the Lazy Susan?
I have a Lazy Susan,
Uh-huh.
and I just spin it,
Yeah.
and it works.
I just love it. Do you do it with the strainer? Have you done it through the
I
strainer?
bought the strainers, and I haven't done it yet.
Oh, I want to
The
see you do
strainers.
it.
I'm going to be doing the strainers.
Oh, I'd love to see you
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I just ordered them online, and I would love to try.
Oh, yeah.
But you see the different configurations that come out with this?
Oh my gosh,
This is
it's just
probably
gorgeous.
one of my favorites, and
Yeah.
I would have hoped to make it bigger, but I might make a 16 by 20 out of that.
They're just gorgeous.
They really
They're just
are.
gorgeous. The depth and the textures.
Yeah, it really becomes an abstract.
How do you
What you'll see around the studio is oil paints and acrylics. I moved to acrylics probably last year, and sometimes you can do both. So you can do oil, and then you could do acrylic, and then you could put oil on top, but not vice versa.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Look at this. It's gorgeous.
This one I'm working on right now. It's one of my favorites, and I keep adding different things. So this is hanging in the gallery at the KC Center, this particular painting, and I made I made journals for it. So this is the background. That's how this will end up being, and who knows what I'll put on the path this time. It just depends on what I feel like doing. Yeah.
So these all like alder trees.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's it. And I just started this yesterday.
So do you do this with a brush, or do you do it with a knife?
This is so fun. I'll tell you. What it is you first paint the canvas black.
Yes.
See this little gizmo?
Oh, pouncer.
You could use this, or you can actually use a paper towel.
Uh-huh.
You go in with the white,
Uh-huh.
and you always start in the middle and go around. And then you don't come back in, or you'll mess that up.
Yeah.
And so with me, I'm adding the white, going around,
Yes.
and that's your background.
Okay.
And then from there, you do your scene. And I'll add a stream of light coming through.
Right.
I think I did that with a notebook. Yeah. So see there might be.
Oh yeah.
So when you're painting, you always ask yourself, where's the light coming from? And then you can make shadows, and it gives it depth. This is just the beginning of that one.
I love it. So tell us about your award. We hear you got an award.
The Arts Council of Menifee received an award from the City of Menifee, and it's an appreciation for outstanding contributions to the city for the Menifee 10-year celebration. And what we did there is the Visual Arts Division painted paintings of Menifee, the past, present, and future. And so the KC Center was dedicated to that with our last show. And we invited artists to participate. So the city recognized that.
Well, we thank you for letting us come to your home and see your studio and all the wonderful things that you do and all the culture that you help bring to Menifee. And it's wonderful to know that you start young and come all the way up, and we can have our creativity in Menifee. And we just thank you so much for being with us today.
And if I might mention, the Visual Arts Division has a meeting the third Thursday of each and every month, and artists and art lovers are invited. So, and we would like to thank both of you for always endorsing the Arts Council. We appreciate it.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's it from us right now. We'll throw it back to you.
Thanks for that report, Kristen. We enjoyed visiting with Linda and seeing her works of art. Stay tuned tomorrow for our coverage of the final voting results, particularly with Measure W, the school bond measure in Menifee. There's been a lot of comment publicly about that, and we'll have the final results and comment on that, and have some results from Wednesday night's City Council meeting as well. Until then, this is Doug Spoon wishing you a happy Thursday.